Hello and welcome. My name is Jimmy and this is the 2020 Chrysler Pacifica. Introduced in 2016 for the 2017 model year, the Pacifica has sold 400,000 of these minivans in the US alone. It was named Best Minivan from Motor Week and Cars.com. Car and Driver gave it 10 Best Truck and SUVs, and the Automobile Journalists Association of Canada awarded the Pacifica as the Canadian Utility Vehicle of the Year. So there's no doubt the Pacifica has made a real big impact in the van segment. However, in 2020, there are only 6 minivans left on sale, and 3 of them are actually from FCA. So let's take a look at the 2020 model before the brand new refreshed 2021 model gets released, which in Chrysler's case actually comes very soon. They have already released all the information and specifications of the new van. It does look good with the updated front end, back, and interior bits. But honestly, the 2020 model isn't all that bad. Best yet, because it is an aging model, I'm sure you can pick up one for a hefty discount. Looks-wise, the Pacifica closely resembles the Chrysler 200. Yes, that 4-door sedan that, well, came and died off. But it's still a nice van overall. The fluid line stretches from the face to the sides. The grille moves neatly into the headlamps. Accent lines from the bottom of the front bumper moves up and over the fender across this strong shoulder line. Parallel to that, we have this belt line that stretches across the handle that moves over to the rear wheels. Unlike minivans of the past, the sliding rail is neatly integrated just below the rear glass to make things a little bit more seamless. And around back, we have big, bold taillights on a curvaceous rear window. It's a very fluid design, and it works well as an inoffensive minivan. I must admit, the 2021's taillights, it does look a little bit better. It kind of reminds me of a Charger or a Genesis. As for the front end, I kind of like the 2020 variant more, as the fluid line just flows better with the overall look, rather than this more flatter grille that the 2021 model gets. As it is a minivan, what matters really is the inside. Kick under the rear bumper and the tailgate rolls up, revealing 32.3 cubic feet of space. Fold down the third row, and we get 87.5 cubic feet. If we tumble the second row down, we get 140.5 cubic feet, big enough to haul your Costco, IKEA, and your Home Depot run all at the same time. Kick under the sliding doors on the side, and we can easily access the cabin. As said, the seats do tumble out of the way. Introduced on the Caravan back in 2005, Chrysler is still the only manufacturer that can hide away the second row seats. There are compromises though. The second row may not be as plush as some of its competitors, which offer extended cushions, or the ability to slide the seats fore and aft, but it's still a really good trade-off if you're going to be maximizing the interior space. Unlike most SUVs, the third row is more than enough for adults to sit comfortably even during longer journeys, and getting there is just as easy, as the second row lifts and folds out of the way so you don't have to compromise on seating capacity or making anyone jump in and over the second row. For parents, if there are car seats mounted in the second row, the seats can still move up and forward without having to remove that child seat. On the topic of child seats, in this 8-seat configuration Pacifica, it comes with a total of 5 latch anchors, 2 in the third row and 3 across the second row. As for comfort, the Pacifica packs a lot of goodies. We have a lot of available features like heated and ventilated seats, heated second row seats, rolling curtains to block out the sun, 10-inch screens mounted behind the front row with games and an HDMI hookup, and even glass above all 3 rows to let plenty of light into the cabin. The upward limited trim would get all those features. However, in the touring trim, well, you just won't find all these options available. Moving to the front row, or I guess the bridge of the USS Pacifica, we have a bright cluster with 2 simple analog dials for our tach and speedometer. There's a programmable display in the center that can show fuel consumption and more. If this cluster seems familiar to you, that's because it was used in the Chrysler 200. In fact, there are actually other items in here that were shared as well. In the center of the dash, we have a standard 7-inch display, but optionally, we can get this, the larger 8.4-inch touchscreen, backed by FCA's Uconnect system. It works actually really well. There's all the features that you would need like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a very good built-in navigation system. For those who want a little bit more sound in their van, there's even optional 13-speaker 506-watt Alpine audio system. The only downside in this cabin that I can see is the shifter. The larger rotary shifter, it's fine for shifting gears, but it's too close to being a big volume knob, and the last thing you want to do during driving is shifting the van out of gear. That said, for most owners, this really shouldn't become a problem as muscle memory does take over, and there's volume adjusters behind the steering wheel. Speaking of the shifter though, it's connected to a 9-speed automatic, and to that, a 3.6-liter Pentastar V6. This V6 is used from everything from Jeeps to Chargers, and it's a great engine. It puts out 287 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque, which is plenty to haul this van to 60 miles per hour in 7.3 seconds. It's no sports car, but has more than enough power to haul your family and toys around, as the Pacifica can tow up to 3,600 pounds. Those of you who want a little bit more economy can opt for the plug-in hybrid variant, which can get 30 miles of electrical range from a 16 kilowatt lithium-ion battery before starting up the V6 engine. If you're looking for the hybrid version though, the second row stow and go is omitted due to the battery pack. On the road, the Pacifica is hush and confident. As said, it's no sports car, but what it can do is haul your family and friends around. Cabin noise is kept to a minimum even though you're basically traveling in a cylinder. The engineers at FCA has done some remarkable work to keep the cabin nice and quiet. The brake feel is strong, and the steering wheel, while numb and pretty vague, it does what it needs to do. Suspension is nice and soft, so during longer journeys, it's actually really comfortable, and there's plenty of body roll during cornering. Overall, in terms of features and looks, the Pacifica is actually a clear winner. It has all the features that a family would need and space for family to grow. Priced at 34,000 Canadian to start, or if you want the range topper, $48,121, it's certainly an investment. However, if you don't require all the bells and whistles, you can get that base model, or in the US, they simply call it the Voyager. It's basically a Pacifica stripped of its toys, and you can get one of those for under $27,000 US. In any case, thank you so much for watching this video. Like the video if you do, subscribe if you want to see more. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll be sure to get to those. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.